Toast. Yay to games.
Woo!
Oh yeah, that needed
It has a kick.
it.
Wow.
Yep, I see why that was a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was potent. It's
Oh
really
my
good
gosh. Yeah.
though. I feel renewed.
I know, I do too.
Okay.
I'm still angry.
Yeah, y'all girl. Yeah, that will always be. So our last topic was games that were not received well, but we personally like them. So, you want to take it?
Yeah, I'll go first. I don't care what people say, but I
Right.
really love this game. Everyone hates this game. It has a terrible, terrible reputation, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And that game is Quest 64. And there are a lot of problems with Quest 64. I can admit that.
Okay.
I mean, at least I can admit that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying it's perfect.
Right.
But for some reason, I loved it. Like, I hated it as a kid because it's so ridiculous. Like, it's
Okay.
ridiculously hard for no reason.
Okay.
And I just don't understand why. But I love the little... I don't, but other people will tell you that too. Because, like, the Japanese version and the European version
Mm-hmm.
are distinctly different. Not distinctly different, but they're different in difficulty than
Okay.
the American version was for some random reason. It doesn't
Okay.
make any sense. So most people, when you see them play online, some people play the Japanese version because it's a lot easier
Okay.
or whatever, which even speedrunners, they play the Japanese version. But one of the biggest problems that people have, so you're basically playing a child who is a magician who's like, well, he's a magician apprentice, I guess, and he's
Okay.
looking for his father. And then you're just thrown out there. Like, they don't, there's no tutorial.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's really nothing. Like, you just kind of walk around, you just wander around this town or whatever, and you see these little spirits and stuff, and you're like, okay, what's this? You just walk up to it, hit A, you know,
Okay.
and a screen pops up, and it's like 4 colors. So one is brown, one is red, one is green, one is blue. That dictates what?
Okay.
What could that dictate? Elements.
Elements.
But
yeah,
as a kid looking at that, you're like, brown, green, okay, what am I doing? Like, you don't know. So you place those spirits into certain things. So what they don't tell you in the game is placing those spirits in a certain amount, like placing a certain amount of spirits in a color, basically, but in an element, helps you learn extra spells, but that is never told to you. And
they're
also,
keeping all of the information.
Right, and also another big thing that people hate about this game that I had to learn as I grew up, like, and went back and revisited it, and that's why I don't know why I love it, but I just do. There's something about it.
Okay.
And the music and stuff. The music is mediocre, but I still love it. I don't care.
Right. Like,
and so after you fight a battle. So monsters, they can attack you any direction. This is on the 64, so it's they were going for the 3D effect.
Mm-hmm.
And monster can attack you at any direction. So you get flipped. So if a monster attacks you from behind and you are immediately moving forward, you now turn back to fight them. Now, the maps... There really aren't any maps. There aren't any maps in Quest 64. That's the other bad thing. So people would always get turned around because the game constantly flips you around. And what also is not told to you, after you fight a battle, they flip you back to the direction you were normally facing, but some people did not know that. Like, that is never explained. So some people ended up wandering aimlessly, never knowing, because they would keep getting turned around to fight a boss that was to the left or to the right or behind them.
Oh, wow.
And get flipped around, then they flip back around. They don't know that I'm continuing in this direction. That wasn't learned until, like, later. But I really like the game. Once you actually figure out, like, certain things like that, the game actually goes more smooth.
Okay.
So I still like it, and I revisit it like every couple of years, probably every 5 years or every 4 years. I go back and replay it on my 64, and I still love it. And then every now and then I'll have my brother, when he comes to visit, or my sister walk in and they're like, "Why are you playing this?" You know. I always get that weird look, and I'm like, "It's fun."
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. So mine is a game that was one of the earliest games that was released for the PlayStation 3 when it first came out. This is a game called Puppeteer.
Okay.
This game, it was an initial game that it was very early, and a lot of people didn't, I think, check it out, and the people who did check it out kind of didn't like it because it had a kind of it was rated E for everyone. It was like it had a very, like, it was directed towards younger audiences. But I bought the game, and because I was just like getting games for PlayStation 3 at the time, because I got my PlayStation 3 kind of late, and so I wanted to catch up on like all the things that I missed games wise, and so Puppeteer was one of them. And it's basically like a point and click kind of platform adventure game, and it is directed mainly at kids, but there are elements of this game that are incredibly dark. There are some parts of this game that are not child friendly and that would go over the head of a child playing it. Like if a 12-year-old was playing it, like they shouldn't have gotten what just happened. And so like if that 12-year-old got that joke or got that comment or that reference, then okay. But Puppeteer is the story of a young man named Kutaro, who has, for one thing, the first element of this game is like Kutaro has been injected into this like dream world, like fairy tale dream world. He has been beheaded.
Okay.
He has been beheaded and turned into a puppet. So what you have to do is you basically go through the game collecting heads. You collect different heads to put on Kutaro's body, and the heads that you acquire give him different powers and power-ups and special moves and special abilities. And you can have you have like a head wallet, if that makes any sense.
Oh, that's cool.
You have a head wallet where you can carry up to 3 different heads at a time. Like, you can pick the ones that you need for a specific level and keep that head. Like, if you have like the head, like a skeleton head.
Okay.
There's like a skeleton head, there's a lion head, like anything in this world, literally anything can be a head for Kutaro.
Nice.
Yeah, anything from a lamp to a pair of, like shoes, like a spider, a bat, a ladybug, a caterpillar, just a pillow, just anything, a chair, just anything can be a head for Kutaro and will help him in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so you go through this game, through this like dark fairy tale realm, and you have to square off between like these actually zodiac like bosses. Because
don't mention that.
I'm sorry. Triggered. She's triggered. Okay. But they're all like Chinese zodiac animals, and you have to basically defeat each one so that you can eventually square off with the evil Bear King. Like, he is like the main boss of this game, and like all of the other zodiac generals or whatever are basically under his command. And keep in mind, like, every time you defeat like one of these zodiac generals, like you don't kill them. They're just defeated. They're just out of the game. But whenever they like flip back to a scene with like the Bear King, he has murdered his own generals. Like, there is some form of evidence that he has done away with them in this game. Like, after you defeat the tiger boss is, I think, the first boss that you fight. And after you defeat the tiger by cutting all his fangs. As if that wasn't bad enough.
Okay.
But you defeat the tiger by whooping his ass, cutting all of his teeth out. And then he has to go limping back to the Bear King. And then they like flip the scene. They show Kutaro moving on to the next stage. And so then when they show the Bear King again, he's on his throne. And he has a brand new tiger rug. Like, at the foot of his throne. It's like, nice. it's like Tiger General. It's Tiger General.
Nice.
Yeah, his pelt is on the floor. And I was like, that's
cool.
That's dark as shit. I was like, oh my gosh. And so, yeah, I like this game. It's a platforming, kind of point and click, like, contact sensitive kind of game. But it's fun. I like it. I like the dark fairy tales and the fact that not as for kids as some people might think. So yeah, that's mine, puppeteer. So we have covered all 3 of our gaming topics, and we're at 30 minutes in this video.
Sweet.
Awesome. I'm just gonna, you know what?
This is good.
This is awesome. This has been a great talk. I've enjoyed myself.
Cool,
Thank you so much.
Too.
Thank you so much, Kayla, for being my very first guest on my YouTube channel.
I feel honored.
And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a constructive comment in the area.
Or criticize.
Or, yeah, go ahead.
I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
Well, I am, sorry.
No, it's
or just
cool.
tell, or you can say, like, our, whatever there.
Yeah, like, tell, like, what boss battles have you not finished? Or,
Oof.
like, what...
Or you can trash me for not defeating Zodiac. Only if you've defeated Zodiac. That's the only way you can talk to me crazy.
Or, you know, tell us your, like, the part in the game that made you feel emotion intensely. It doesn't necessarily have to be sad. It could have made you... It could have made you feel intense joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Or tell us what game that didn't necessarily do well mainstream, but that you happen to enjoy a whole lot. Yeah. So, yeah. So, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, appreciate that, and I hope that you guys will tune in for my next video.
Yay.
Hopefully with a new guest.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye.
Fun times ahead. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.